I'm excited to see you all because I still keep myself in my little bubble because our daughter's baby, their first baby's due the 23rd of July, so we're trying to keep our bubble very small. So I don't see anybody at all outside of this, and I haven't seen you guys for so long, I forgot what you look like.
Yeah, it's a reasonable excuse. If for some reason halfway through the event we just leave, then you'll know why.
It's not till next week.
That's why you got the cat.
Yeah. There you go. The cat can substitute for us, right?
Oh, that is so funny.
Linda, so the funny part about this is you know that Melissa and I share a birthday, right?
Yes.
If that due date holds, that's my mother's birthday.
Oh yeah, that would be nice. Well, we'll see. We'll see. It's all very exciting.
Absolutely.
What time does the chamber event normally finish, guys and gals?
It finished at 6.
Okay,
it was 4 to 6 today.
Okay. It can't be that then. Well, why don't we just...
I was hanging out there earlier. Said hi to all those people.
Was it good? Did you enjoy it?
Oh yeah, no, I mean this one's way better, way more intimate. Everyone gets, everyone talks way more here. There, it's kind of one-on-one. I love the atmosphere at this one. So
thank you.
Well, the check is in the mail, sir. Thank you so much.
I'm missing the wine when you go to the after five, so I love the wine at those.
Yeah, exactly. I tried to hit everyone when they were live. The free beers always get me.
I actually got invited to a vendor was sending me an invitation to a wine tasting event, which I thought was pretty strange given that we can't go anywhere. So the deal was you sign up and they mail you 3 bottles of wine. Yeah. And then you all jump on a Zoom call and enjoy some wine. I'm like, shut up and take my money. This is great. Oh, I'm sorry. It's only in the US.
Oh
no.
Well, then don't spam me ever again.
You didn't tell me that.
No, I only just got that through yesterday.
I was going to enjoy the wine. Okay, guys and gals, we're going to go by the initial of the surname, the way they introduce themselves. So you tell them who's first because you've got the list.
Okay, well, we'll give that a go. You're going to go alphabetically.
Yeah,
that's not the list I have.
So. Oh, well, that's your problem, not mine. I was all prepared.
Okay, then. Well, we'll give this a go. It would be by surname, you say?
Yeah.
Well, then that would be our... see, now everything jumps around for me. This is not...
I have a question of Tom.
Yes, go ahead.
Tom, are you going to tell us that you read all those books behind you?
Oh, you do that.
For the most part, yeah.
Seriously? Wow.
Yeah.
Are they picture books?
No, they're mostly history books. So they reflect War of 1812 and then the Napoleonic Wars.
Impressive.
Yeah.
Well done for listening. It worked great.
All right. Well,
right,
then, to kick things off, I think our first lucky person. So basically what we're going to do, quick round the room. Just tell us who you are, a little bit about what you do. This is helpful. The first person has got kicked out, and I need to let him back in.
Who did you kick out?
Oh,
person with twice beginning with an A. So that would be leading off. Welcome back, sir.
I'm sorry.
So I'll just quickly repeat because you'll be first up. Basically, we're just going to do a quick round the virtual room here. Tell us who you are, a little bit about the business that you're in, and I think that will be a good introduction to everyone. So we're going alphabetically by last name, apparently. So I will pass it over to our new best friend from Intrigue Media. Take it away, sir.
All right, thank you very much. I'm a good pleasure to be here today. My name is Ben Cawley, or Banky. I'm part of Intrigue Media. Essentially, we do online marketing as well as TV advertising. You may see our TVs around. We went to a service on Ontario in Waterloo. We had that TV there. And on those TVs, we have things like the news, weather, and we advertise local community businesses. We try to get exposure, which I like to work with companies who are looking to grow and get more exposure in the community. So thank you very much for having me today.
Oh.
Well, thank you for being here. We caught most of that. I think your audio is a little glitchy, but welcome. Great to have you.
Can I ask a question? How long have you been with the organisation?
I started working here 2 months ago. So
congratulations. Great organisation. Yeah, lovely people.
It is. All right. So
thank you very much. Yeah.
Moving on, our next lucky contestant is Merv. Merv, would you like to tell us a little bit about you, sir?
Merv Bowman, Free Spirit Graveside Maintenance, a business created by my wife and myself. And needless to say, because of COVID, business has been terrible, but hopefully things are moving along very shortly. We look after grave sites, cleaning and maintenance of grave sites. We also have a line of silk flower arrangements that are custom designed for you or for grave sites. That's
Excellent.
it.
Well, thank you, sir. Nice to have you as always.
Thank you.
And I see Ian Ingalls has snuck in the back door. Good evening, sir. He's looking very puzzled, so I'm assuming he can't hear us.
Okay, so who's next?
Okay, so moving swiftly on, our next one would be Rob.
Yay!
I don't know if that was me or not. You cut out just quickly there. So if you're
Yes, it's you.
but following along on the alphabetical theme, I assume it's me. So, hi, I'm Rob Clement. I'm the small business advisor at the Waterloo Region Small Business Center, where the monthly meetings are usually physically held. Been a while, so I miss seeing Linda and Dave and all of you, but I thought I would come out and check out the workshop tonight. We provide business assistance for startup, existing business, going concerns, and for the last 4 months have been heavily involved in the Waterloo Region Economic Development Recovery Program. Though that's not been my focus, I've been 3 or 4 different programs that we normally run that I've been focused on. So that's it for me.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
I've been watching what you guys have been doing. You've been doing loads of stuff, and thank you for all the work you do.
Yes, indeed.
I'll pass it on to the team.
All right, next up would be Mr. Todd Foster.
Yay!
Hey everyone, Todd Foster with the Mortgage Center. We believe in fostering your legacy, and it starts with your mortgage. So we're seeing a lot of folks with COVID right now experiencing a lot of debt that's no fault of their own. So we've been working with homeowners to chunk away debt through refinancing. And at the same time, we're seeing a hot housing market that I'm sure Ian will touch on when he's introducing himself. Lots of activity on the real estate side, and we've just been doing our best to navigate everyone through the crazy waters that is COVID. One of the major impacts to getting a mortgage or keeping a mortgage is income, and we've noticed a lot of folks either preparing to lose it or they've actually lost their income. So if you have any questions about mortgages or refinancing, tapping into your equity, Todd Foster with the Mortgage Center.
All right, thank you, Todd.
Thanks.
Yeah, it's been a really tough hit sector, I'm sure.
Yeah.
All right. So then next on our rundown list here would be, I think, Mr. Craig Herner.
Oh, no, you got another F.
You jumped over me.
You forgot Tom.
Oh,
I'm
sorry.
keeping an eye on this.
Thanks. Sorry about that. Let's go to Tom. Sorry, Tom.
You failed.
Thank you to all my colleagues on the call.
Once again, here to help, isn't it, Linda?
I shall punish you later.
These digital guys don't know analog things like the alphabet, you know.
I love it.
The way they're giggling, I think there's too much wine.
Yeah, only water, sadly. Even I can't turn that into wine.
Sorry.
Sorry, Tom.
We love you, Tom.
No problem. That was fun. Tom Fournier, the Shades Mills Group. So do business consulting, work around strategies, help with business management problems. But I think where I spent most of my time and focus has been looking at sales models, sales strategies, and interesting. I think there's been a real acceleration to updated sales models through COVID. Is people that have outside account executives or account reps, they can't do face-to-face calls anymore. So it's really questioned, the purpose of that role. They're sitting at home and acting as inside sales reps. Organizations are looking, should they be doing more with inside sales and various aspects of that? So provokes a lot of interesting conversations. It's an interesting time. So
it is, yeah, it is. And you're making the most of the time you've got. I know you're a very busy man, so I really like that you keep him busy.
yeah, very much so.
For sure.
I think it's Craig now.
I think it might be Craig now.
Are we right?
I don't know. It depends if these names would just stop jumping around. It would be fine.
Excuses.
Yeah. Let's use that as an excuse. I think we'll go to you now, Craig.
All right. Thank you very much. Craig Herner, Ultimate Vision Web and IT Solutions. I generally concentrate on small businesses. That's what majority of my clients are. I do some residential, but I don't really, promote that side of it too much. I prefer the small businesses. And yeah, the past number of months have been very busy. It hasn't really stopped until kind of recently. It's kind of lulled just a little bit, but other than that, it's been, normal for me.
Oh, that's good to know.
That is good to hear.
Yeah.
Absolutely. All right. Thank you, Craig.
It's next.
I think the next one is Ian Ingalls.
Is he away?
Is Ian there, or is he?
I think
he snuck off?
I think
hiding.
You wouldn't notice.
He's gone
hiding.
For whiskey. Who would be after Ian?
Okay, so we'll come back to Ian.
Patrick.
Oh, thank you.
Yes, would be Patrick. Oh, this is frustrating. Yes, Patrick, let's hear from you, sir.
I'm glad I'm not in your spot.
My arm, man. Oh, hurts.
Yeah. So I haven't seen anyone in a while. It's good to see everyone connected, everyone meet new members, and that things have been busy for us. I've been constantly on the go. I've been working from home since beginning of COVID, but someone's got to go to the office to make sure the beer doesn't go bad. So I've frequented the office, once or twice a week for the last couple months, keeping my distances, wearing my masks, all that stuff. But it's honestly nice to get out of the house. I'm really excited for phase 3 to come back. And I think a lot of small businesses really rely on these openings. So I'm excited to see the community come back and see what happens post-pandemic,
Just a quick word. I've noticed you're also keeping very busy online, and it's creating a lot of exposure for the business, isn't it? So I really like that. It's really.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Anytime someone else says something smart, I'll tell the world about it.
I've seen you say something smart.
Oh, thank you.
Excellent. All right. So then we are now off to Mr. Chris Morris.
Chris Morris. I'm a independent associate with Legal Shield. We provide affordable legal services for families and small business in particular. We are going nuts, really, because people are looking for a side gig. And that's exactly what Legal Shield was designed for 40 years ago, is for people to be able to work it part-time. And we've discovered that Zoom is wonderful because I can talk to people in California without actually having to get on a plane and go there. So yes, Zoom is a wonderful thing.
Yes.
But yeah, we're experiencing some of our highest growth in the company's history.
That is good to hear.
Because
yeah.
With the COVID, everybody has questions. Number one. Number two, everybody wants to get their wills done, which is. The lawyers are producing more wills in the last 3 months than they have in the past 3 or 4 years.
Wow, really?
Because people are kind of looking at the numbers and going, "Guess I better get this done." And
American, not here. Hopefully.
No, here too. Our Canadian lawyers are just as busy. But the nice thing is, we were already online for the lawyers, so. It really wasn't a big shift when all of this happened because we just installed a new computer system so all the lawyers could work from home. So it is funny though to get on a Zoom with the lawyers that you're used to seeing in pinstripe suits, and they're sitting there in jeans and flip flops with a beer in their hands. It's kind of a different look for them. I don't know how many are gonna want to go back to the office when we're finished.
So the growth from your organization, you were prepared for the online, which is excellent. I really think that's
Mm-hmm.
And we were able to pivot in April. We were able to pivot our national convention from a physical event to an online event. And ironically, we had 6,000 people signed up for the physical event, and 10,000 showed up at the online event.
Wow.
So now they're thinking, maybe we only do one physical event a year now instead of 2 or 3.
Yeah.
Makes sense, yeah.
Yeah, I think a lot of organizations will look that way.
Yeah.
Sure. All right. We missed you out, Ian, because we think you may have nipped off for a smooth little
Whiskey.
half a pint or something there.
I wish. Take a phone call.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll come back to you then. So tell us a little bit about yourself.
Hey everybody, Ian Ingalls. I'm a broker with Remax Solid Gold in Waterloo. And we're experiencing our spring market in July now. So, of course, the market was in full swing at the end of February and things were crazy. And then, of course, things came to a almost screeching halt. It was still some real estate being sold, but it was a lot slower. And only people that really had to buy and sell were in the market. But that has all changed now. And I would say the last 6 to 8 weeks have become really frantic. And we're 40% where we usually would be at this time of year. There's a lot of pent-up demand. Todd's doing a good job of keeping the interest rates down. And it's a very busy time. People are working and people want to buy a house. And I think everybody's now a lot more comfortable with the whole COVID procedure. People are more comfortable with people walking through their homes. We have questionnaires where people have to answer, agents and buyers. No children allowed in the house, no touching. We have to wear masks. But everybody's kind of got used to it now. And so we're in full tilt. Market is very busy. I think it's going to continue right on through the rest of the year. And so it's been a very, very busy time. I'm very thankful for that. And no, it's all good. I'm glad to see everybody here tonight.
Oh, and it's lovely to
Excellent.
see you. Any news on your operation, your knee operation?
It's going to be, they called and said June the 19th. And I said, I'm way too busy. So it's in September. I don't have an actual date yet. But I chose September just because I figured I'll keep going until the end of August, and then it'll be okay to take a little time off again. So September.
Okay.
All right. Well, we'll keep our fingers crossed for then.
Chris, who's next?
It's actually Jennifer, isn't it?
Jennifer, yes.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, so for those of you who don't know me, I'm Jennifer Muir, and my business is Jennifer Muir Doula Services. So I help expecting and new parents navigate pregnancy, prenatal, birth, and postpartum. So really supporting the whole entire process of having children. I'm also a car seat technician, so I do help to make sure that kids are safe in the car. And I'm also a prenatal educator, so I can help teach childbirth classes. For me, I had a small dip at the beginning just because there was no support in hospitals, which is still the case. We are trying to get the policies reevaluated because, you know, we'd like to be in there supporting clients. But my business has never been better. My postpartum families, the care has just gone through the roof. I'm too busy to actually take on any more clients at this point. So we're going to see how things go once it's the fall and winter.
That is good to know. I'm really happy for you.
It certainly is. It's a great news story. It's interesting how there's it seems that a lot of different businesses have sort of taken a bit of a hit. And as you said, Ian, earlier, I think we're kind of getting a bit used to it now, right? We know a little bit better how to deal with it, and we're starting to see a bit of an uptick.
Yeah.
Good.
And Jennifer, I've really noticed how well you're doing on social media. All of a sudden, I notice a really big presence. So well done. You're doing a great job on that side of it.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much.
No.
I do try my best.
It's amazing what you're doing, Jen. It's lovely. We love it. So we're really excited about this special event. And as you can imagine, it's difficult to plan a special event online when it's interactive, but also not knowing who's actually going to be here. We couldn't do the numbers. So Dave's quest now is to work out the numbers.
Well, my quest now is to figure out how to send you all something, which I haven't done before.
So there's a
have to
file
bear with me.
Yeah.
But I basically have some instructions for everyone.
This is a real special event where you have to do some work.
How the heck do I send something to people?
Put it on the chat. Then we can all access it.
There's a file transfer.
Yeah, I think that's where it is. Hang on. It is everyone. That's what I was looking for.
Oh, is that the way you're going to do it?
Everyone file, yeah.
Yes, here we go. Right, let me find the file. So, unfortunately, my friends, there is work involved today.
You're not trying to bait us with one of those cybersecurity scams, are you?
Oh my God, I've been watching Twitter.
We'll see who falls for it.
This is how he generates customers.
Right. In fact, if you guys want to send me some Bitcoin, I will send you double that Bitcoin right back.
Remember, if something sounds too good to be true, it's too good to be true.
That's
I'm
right.
sorry. So greed has taken their money off them.
Yeah. On a positive note, everyone who has the little tick, the verified tick now on Twitter, they've all been muted for the next little while. So it's kind of we mortal peasants that don't have the verified tick. We can go crazy on Twitter and no one's going to say
And if you don't know what's going on, it will be on the TV probably tomorrow, guys.
Yeah, it's probably on there now. Yeah.
But
Right.
they're here now. They can't do that.
They are. So we have sent you a document. If you open up the chat, if you don't have that open, usually at the bottom of the little video window here is a little icon that says chat. I think you can click that and you should see in there is a file called Come Back from COVID. Does this sound, people are nodding, we must be doing it right.
Yeah, got it.
Okay, so that contains essentially the exercise we're going to go through. I'm just going to give a quick verbal introduction to save you reading it all. But very briefly, we're going to split you up into, actually, I think I'm going to go with 5 teams of 2. So you'll be working with a teammate.
We don't know who it is. It's random.
It will be completely random, especially if I'm doing it. It'll be very random. Yeah, the theme that we tried to pick something that would be sort of topical and useful. As we said, Banky does not see it. Let's see if we can sort you out here, sir. I will try and send it just to you. And see if that...
Are we able to screen share in the breakout? Whoever he's with, maybe you can just screen share. Can you screen share?
Oh, maybe. Oh, Craig doesn't see it either.
Oh, okay.
You can, yeah, you can screen share. So when you get in the breakout session, you guys can just, whoever he's with.
Depends if they're with somebody who's got the instructions there, because we don't know who they're going to be with.
Okay.
You see, we can't afford to pay for hop in or hop on or whatever it is, hop off. We have to stick with Zoom. $20 a month.
Hop in, hop off.
Whatever it's called. What's it called, Ian? Hop in, hop off.
Hop in.
Hop in. Yeah.
I just call it jog on, but that's a very English thing. Okay, so some people have it. So Rob has it, Tom has it, Banky and Craig.
I've got it.
I got it.
I've got it.
So why hasn't Craig...
Are you on a mobile device, Banky?
Yes, I am.
No, I'm on my laptop.
You're on a laptop. I know Craig is on his tablet.
Wonder why. Can you email it?
Didn't make a difference.
Yeah, I'll email it.
We'll email to the guys who haven't got it.
Right, give me a second because I'm on Linda's computer, which is obviously designed for people that don't organise things ever. Hang on.
I have an admin to do that, and she's been on holiday.
Yeah, clearly she's not around, is she? Wow.
Mine is the same, Linda. I'm like, I really need to organize this. And I'm like, okay, you're going in a folder.
I never do it, and my admin in the UK does it.
She does a much better job than you do. Just saying.
I just have one folder with all my documents in it. That's what you're supposed to do, right?
Yeah.
Basically mine. Mine's the downloads folder.
When in doubt, go to your downloads.
Yeah, it's gotta be there. It's gotta be there.
That's why they create that search documents function. Eh?
Jennifer.
So whoever hasn't got, who said they haven't got the file?
Are you anticipating a large surge in your business in come December, January?
It
Which is
depends.
about 9 months from when this whole thing started.
Anyone who already has kids, probably not.
Yeah.
Maybe first time parents.
Okay, guys, whoever didn't have the document, please check your email because it's been sent to you now.
So you should shortly receive an email from Linda. I sent to you, Banky, and to you, Craig, so it should get there hopefully shortly. Fingers crossed.
I got it.
You got it?
Nice.
Nice.
Who hasn't got it?
I have it, but I'm trying to open it, and I'm having trouble opening it.
Oh.
Ah.
I got it downloaded.
I'm hoping you should just be able to double-click it and it should open.
Has anybody else opened it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Jen's
We're
opened.
fine.
Okay.
Okay.
I tell you what then, we'll crack on ahead.
Yeah, what we're going to do now then is, do you have any questions? Has any of you actually looked at the document and have any questions?
Oh, they weren't ready yet.
Before you, they haven't read it yet.
Wouldn't have read it yet. I will tell you this, you will probably benefit if you have a pen or paper or some way of taking notes. Big hint, you're staring at a very, very expensive note-taking device right now. So that might be helpful. But yeah, here's essentially what we're going to do. We tried to put an exercise together that we thought would capitalize on the fact that things are beginning to open up a little bit. Some of the COVID restrictions are easing. And we know that as a result, a number of our businesses are looking to attract customers.
So basically, it's all in the document.
It is all in the document. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to separate you all randomly into 5 teams of 2.
Fingers crossed.
I will send you to a breakout room here on Zoom. And as a team, there's 2 little bits to do. So the first part will be listed on page 1 of the document. The second part, I think, is just on page 2. So effectively, you'll be generating some ideas, and then you're going to be coming back to us in about 20 minutes or so and reporting back on those ideas.
So we set the time in the room, right?
We do indeed. We do indeed. So there'll be a timer in the room that you're in. So I will have, let's do that. So I will create these. Let's see who's paired with who. Oh, that's quite funny. All right, and then we will automatically close this after 20 minutes.
So I'll see you later, people.
Okay, folks, and I will just press the button now, and we'll see you in about 20 minutes. If there's any questions, incidentally, while you're there, you can still use the chat, so you can always come and ask us a question there, and we'll do our best to answer.
Good luck and have fun.
Yes, enjoy. Okay.
Welcome back.
Here are intrepid idea-generating machines.
We missed you all.
It's like being in Star Trek, beamed down, beamed up.
Well, I think we came up with a business name.
Oh, well, there you go. It's a starting point, isn't it, Tom? No, there's still more piling in.
Is that it?
Everyone's got 3 ideas, right?
No, we have.
So did we?
No, I'm kidding. We don't have 3 either. Oh, oof.
We all enjoy that. Was it fun?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was
crazy.
Yeah, it was awesome. It was great.
Ideas.
Great to catch up with Todd. Yeah, that was good.
You guys have a beer together?
We should have. Why didn't I go grab a beer? Shit.
I was.
We normally do it
after, right?
Those of you who've been to one of our special events before, can you just put your hand up for me? Jen, definitely. Yeah. So I hope this made up for, not being there. Because I know Rob's got to leave pretty early, I guess I'm going to ask Rob and Banky.
Yeah, 10 points.
Who's going to be presenting for their team?
Geez, I shouldn't have sent that chat. I should have just let it go. I could have wandered away. Banky could have taken it all. And I could see him furiously writing down notes the whole time, so he would have been totally fine. Right?
Which of you guys is going to present?
I don't know.
I think I'll take it. He's had some internet issues, so I'll see. I'm going to test my Rogers, Dave. Hi, Dave. How's Rogers doing these days with internet?
It's doing all right.
Doing good. We've timed them. So, Rob.
Yeah.
I know you have to leave relatively early, so if you can fit this in 10 minutes, that'd be great.
Yeah. So what business?
10 minutes. I'll fit this in just a few seconds. So our idea was to open a networking group, and.
So, what was the first question?
Yeah. So what was the fictitious business you guys came up with?
So we decided to open up a holistic healthcare clinic.
Nice.
And we jumped into the ideas before the name, and I thought we'd cycle back to the name, and then we finished, and we never really got back to that. So our clinic, our holistic health clinic, is called HHC.
Nice.
You did that.
So, We're looking at targeting people that specifically work in physically demanding industries. Our thought process on that is that construction workers, a lot of factory workers, a lot of warehouse workers have had to keep working over COVID, but they haven't had access to massage therapy and acupuncture and all the physical, personal driving forces there. So we thought they would be our primary target market. Looked at that market and thought primarily dominated by men. So we're looking at targeting men, a little bit older in the group, figuring again that older people break down more, as I'm discovering as I get there. So looking at maybe the 40 to 60 age range. Looking at companies that do have benefit packages. People tend to muddle through and not pay for it if they have to pay out of pocket. So looking at companies in that range, and probably workers that are making somewhere between 50 and 75K a year. Again, sort of that fits within the benefit package. As a secondary market, we thought about people who have been active, gyms and sports and things like that. And again, they've been off, they haven't had proper training. So coming back to that stuff reopening, we figured there might be an opportunity there to treat people who are getting injuries as things reopen. And that target market would be men and women aged 25 to 35 in that range.
Great.
I am looking at both things here as we go. So the ideas that we had were, first of all, to have a very well-publicized campaign to comfort people about our safety measures. So again, reaching out to our email list, having a pop-up that jumps right up on our main screen that addresses the COVID situation and what we're doing to take care of everybody as they come back, social media, posts and things along those lines. To implement that idea, we need to have, make sure we have a auto mailer, something like MailChimp or Constant Contact, and a number of other some experience and or somebody with some experience in doing social media posts. So making sure we have something like Hootsuite or something like that to help manage our social media side of things. To promote that idea, paid ads, direct email campaigns, straight up just reaching out to people as much as we can. Having something big, bright, and easy to read that we can put up in a window or outside of the front door on the way in to make sure people are seeing things that way. The idea is meant to make people feel secure and safe in coming and having people touching their bodies again at inside the 6-foot bubble. We'll measure the success of that particular idea through the online analytics, through direct companies that we've reached out to, and through using a coding system. And in fact, both of our marketing ideas will use primarily those three ways to gauge the metrics. The second idea was to reach out directly to companies and organizations and offer savings, bundling, packaging, straight up discount codes that they can then forward on and give on to their employees. And again, we would use either phone or video conferencing to directly talk to these businesses to have them sort of come on board with it. Again, for that, we would need Zoom or some other video conferencing software, obviously a cell phone. To promote the idea, again, this is going to be individual conversations. So we would reach out first with an email or something and then follow up with in-person contact to the businesses. Idea is meant to achieve getting new customers in to replace the ones that will be skittish coming back. And again, we'll measure the success based on referral codes and on direct company referrals. So those were really the biggest ones that we came up with for that. What else have we got? Oh, risks associated with the idea. Well, other than the fact that we could catch COVID ourselves, there's a number of other potential risks. I mean, the marketing itself may not work, in which case we find ourselves still trying to try to traction it. That's why the analytics are important, so we can see what's grabbing and what isn't grabbing, and hopefully we can set up an analytics chain that allows us to follow the customer through the entire journey. Yeah. Also, other risks, of course, are that somebody will come in with COVID and infect our staff, and we'll be forced to shut down again. So again, being very clear, proactive, involved in sending out day before reminders, e-screening before they show up, screen them again at the door, make sure they're doing the hand sanitizing, wearing the mask coming in, keeping the room clean in between appointments and things along those lines. I think that's probably all we got. Did I miss anything?
I think
Did I miss
you
anything?
guys covered.
You nailed it.
I think you got it.
Really good.
Yeah,
That was really good.
Well done, guys.
very high. Well done.
Yeah.
Hey, Todd has brought an extra bit of firepower.
Yeah.
Good evening.
Where?
Oh, there we go. Is he going to be your presenter, Todd?
Oh my God.
You can communicate better than I can.
Oh, I love
Say
it.
bye. Say bye.
Hi.
It's
Say hi.
stay if he wants to enjoy it. Hi, baby.
Todd Jr.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
Wow, that was
That was amazing.
that was superb. What a strong start.
It was amazing. And even though, Rob, you're going to miss the discussion at the end, we will email you and fill you in on how it all went, and there'll be a video, obviously. Thank you, guys. That was amazing.
Yeah.
Throwing you in at the deep end as well. So, Ian and Craig, I hope you guys behaved yourself in your room, and you've got.
Well, we only had one sheet between the two of us, so I didn't have the sheet.
Oh,
And
no.
we were halfway through it, and then we realized that it's supposed to be not our own business, but a business that was to be created. So
You did your
not
best.
that I'm going to blame my partner, Craig, for not reading the first page, but
Like we were
I'm
all
not going to
together
throw him under the
anyway.
bus. We came up with another idea very quickly. So, Craig, you've got the list of questions, but I guess the first thing we had to come up with a company very quickly, which we called it Butter Tart Mania.
Oh, I like it.
Bet you just can't have one. That's our slogan. So that was the name of our business.
That's cute.
Nice.
So, Craig,
Yep, so
first
that
question.
was our idea. So the next question is what we're going to need to implement our idea.
And we thought we would use, since everybody now is very used to Zoom and video conferencing, rather than just sending out emails and stuff like that, we would do some video conferencing. And so it's live, and we would take a tour of our facility and show how the butter tarts are made and the different kinds that we have available. So using the video side of things is really helpful as opposed to just talking about it.
That is-
Cool, and then next, promoting our idea.
You want to take that one, Craig?
Sure. So, of course, the social media is the obvious one. We would do that. We would also get on the Mike Farwell show and promote our product that way. And we'd also have a contest as well, and we get Chef D to be one of the judges, endorsed by Chef D, our butter tarts.
Name dropper.
Blang.
So those are the main ways that we'll promote it. There's lots of other ways that we could as well.
And we would also, we were going to deliver butter tarts to a small group of people, and they would do an online survey and tell us what they liked and what they didn't like about certain butter tarts. So we would get to do a bit of research, and obviously the ultimate goal is that once these get out there, our goal is, we start with individuals, but then if we have the success we're hoping for, we're going to be marketing it to grocery stores, restaurants, that sort of thing.
Wow.
This is awesome.
Is that the
So
last?
what is this idea designed to achieve? Well, obviously we want to sell tarts and make money.
Oh, yeah.
Who doesn't?
Who doesn't? It's a good one.
Exactly. And then from there, how do we measure our success?
By how many you eat and how many you actually sell.
Well, yeah, success obviously is going to be based on, the feedback we get from doing our research and what we hear back, adapting to what our consumers are telling us, and basically give the consumer what they want. And that could take many different formats, different types of tart. As we know, there are many, many different types of tarts that are available. The basic butter tart and the raisin butter tart are the basic two. But as you know, I've had some with bacon. I've had so many different kinds. So you would appeal to ones that appeal to the masses, basically.
That is great. I was actually going to ask, do you think this will actually put an end to the question of with or without raisins?
No, it won't, because I'm sure there'll be another kind of butter tart that we create, which could be something totally different, and it could replace both of them. You just don't know. You got to be flexible. You got to give what the consumer wants.
Okay, well, this consumer would like whiskey infused butter tart.
It could be done.
Yeah,
We'll try it.
So,
And obviously, it was the last one, the risks.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, obviously, that's not eating healthy. So, unfortunately, there's been a group of the consumers who would not be able to enjoy it, unfortunately, just because of, why are you laughing, Linda? Because of health concerns. So that's probably one of the biggest risks. But however, when people are stressed, like they've been in the pandemic, what do? They eat.
Yeah.
And, it makes them feel better about themselves, even though maybe it's not the healthiest choice. So we're giving the consumers to try and help them, comfort food, basically.
Why not? COVID calories don't count. It's an actual scientific.
Treat yourself.
Yeah.
But remember, butter tart mania, bet you can't just have one.
Oh, that's going to stick with me now
Oh
forever.
my God, you guys are doing a great job considering we didn't give you any kind of
I know,
idea.
right?
Thank you so much. That was wonderful.
Great job, guys. Who's next?
Jen and Tom, you've got a lot.
Ben and Tom, before you guys start, I'm going to take this opportunity at the break to say good night, everybody. It was wonderful seeing you all. Thanks,
Rob.
for Rob. Linda and Dave.
Have a great rest of the week.
Enjoy that car.
Cheer up.
Yeah, Dave, we can social distance and get speeding tickets together if you like.
Nice.
By my anger.
See you later.
Jen and Tom, who
Yeah.
is going to be the spokesperson?
Oh,
Okay.
right. So we came up with bookstore cafe that we are calling Hometown Press. So books and cafe. What do? We offer a place for local authors where they can have their books kind of advertised and actually have a place where they can sell them. And we also have local food and also pressed juices and pressed coffees. So it's a little
You
cafe.
need butter tarts. We have some.
Yeah, exactly. See, local butter tarts. That's even better. I love it. So we focus on helping different people kind of focus on self-publishing. So kind of navigating how to self-publish, how to get your content edited, and kind of going through all those processes. So our target market is more entrepreneurs, budding authors, and just like people who have niche hobbies that want to self-publish a book. We didn't get any further than that because then we realized how much time we had left. So our first idea was to host an event with an expert. So it could be content creation, how to edit your novel, and how to get other people to edit your novel. So we're working with a lot of different experts. And how we're going to promote the event was going to be with social media. So we're going to do some small how-to videos and kind of like little giveaways to kind of promote the events. We're going to be using social media, email campaigns, Google ads, Instagram ads. And yeah, that kind of is all that we're going to be doing for promoting. How are we going to achieve this? Well, we want to, where am I? How are we going to achieve our design? We are really going to be establishing ourselves as experts in our field of how to help these people self-publish, and also that we're supporting local. So this is something that has come out from COVID, that support local movement is very important for a lot of people now. So not only are we supporting local people in terms of making their dreams come true of publishing a novel, but also supporting local food producers, local coffee bean roasters, local butter tart makers. So yeah, just kind of promoting everything very local and very hometown small feel kind of thing. How are we going to measure our success? Well, with analytics. So we're going to have that ad campaign analytics. We're going to have the email campaign analytics. Same with our website, and also direct sales. So how many sales we make for our events. That kind of puts that all in. And then the second idea is kind of going to be, how are we going to look physically for our cafe? So obviously now with stage 3, that we would be able to do so. So we would also be heavily marketing what our safety procedures would be. So we have in person with all of the procedures that are mandated from the province. So face coverings when you're not eating, distanced to 2 meters, all of that jazz. And we would still have in-person curbside pickup for our cafe items and books, so that everybody can still grab their goodies, even if they don't personally want to be at our cafe in person. Giving everybody options. Yeah, so what are the risks? Well, kind of the same that a few other people have said, is that if a customer came in and had COVID and gave some of our employees COVID, then we would have to shut down temporarily our in-person stuff. And the other risk would be that our campaign didn't go so well and we didn't really get as many people for our event as we were hoping. So
brilliant.
That's kind of what we came up with.
Brilliant. You're
Good
all
job.
amazing.
Yeah, I like that local idea.
I
That certainly is a very strong thing. We've seen it talked about a lot.
Yeah, all these ideas are fantastic.
Yeah.
So, Merv and Chris, who is the spokesperson?
Merv.
Merv.
You need to be faster, Merv. Come on.
Well, he's the one that took the notes. That's why.
Okay.
I was on mute, so.
There we go.
Okay, so the name of our company is ABC Restaurant Vending. ABC standing for after and before COVID. What does your business do? We provide social distancing through supplying COVID-related supplies. As an example, physical barriers, PPEs, touchless serving systems, and other types of articles. Who is your target market? Small to medium restaurants within the region of Waterloo and elsewhere via
You haven't got rid of him, have you?
Nope.
online services through our what is your idea? Videos online via the website, social media platforms, etc. Provide free limited sampling to potential customers. And by the way, Chris, if you think of anything along the way here, just speak. Yep. What do you need to implement your idea? Video capabilities and product samples, contact lists of persons, companies within the industry, and of course, the ultimate big budget. How will you promote your idea? Through our website, through social media, Facebook, LinkedIn, etc. Connect with various chat groups within the restaurant group, the local chamber of commerce. What is this idea designed to achieve? Brand recognition and product awareness, and of course to assist within the community to overcome the current COVID situation. How will you measure your success? Through customer response and of course through orders. What risks are associated with your idea and how will you overcome or mitigate them? Not having sufficient inventory to meet the demand. I'm quite sure the demand would be extremely high at this moment in time in our lives. Making contacts within the supply industry could potentially be an issue. It's important to, of course, pay our accounts immediately in order that we can keep up supplies for that demand. And, of course, have a large amount of reserve funds on hand. And that's it.
That's awesome.
Good job.
Yeah, I like the emphasis on the actual business part, right?
The accounting
Yeah.
and the inventory. That was well done, guys. Thank you. That was amazing.
Good job.
Well, we've left, I'm going to say, the best till last.
Well, that's debatable.
Well, yeah, it's Todd and Patrick.
We are here, you know. We can hear you.
I thought I was on mute, guys.
I'm really sorry. We're about to crush that for you.
You just ruined expectations.
Who's going to be...
You honestly should have let us go first.
Oh, come on, guys. I have faith.
Let me just cherish that I'm your favorite for just right now, okay?
Well, I'm her angel, so it doesn't matter.
Okay, so I'm gonna be our spokesperson, but Todd, feel free to chime in anywhere. So it was good to catch up with Todd. We had a great little one-on-one, chatted for a while, then realized that we had work to do. So our idea is it's the keg and leg. So you remember the Dickie D, the ice cream bicycle, rings his bell, comes by your house. So that's our idea. Or wait, sorry, that's our business name. What does our business do? Provide luxury experiences for those in search of intimacy in the comfort of their own home.
What are you selling?
Yeah, I was going to say, it's going to get X-rated real fast.
So who's our target market? Singles, ready to mingle. COVID, people have been locked up for a long time. Yeah, you want to get out and eat at a restaurant, but I think people just want to get it out. So our idea is, it's either more than a stag shop. You get to test the product, or dinner and a show or something like that. And target market idea, how do we implement? So obviously I'm going to subliminally bring everyone back because they can't just have one of the butter tarts I'm going to send them home with. Branded swag, social media, sponsored ads, subreddits, all that kind of stuff. And then obviously your staple main brand, the bike with the bell that just rips up and down the street ringing. Ding, 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 ding. So that's how we'll promote. Idea designed to achieve at-home pleasure, the things people are, some people just haven't been able to, I'm sure people have, but, protocol dictates they shouldn't have been all over Twitter during this COVID situation. So success, we're going to measure success by revenue, Google prices, and our weekly order to Ian and Craig for butter tarts. Risks, immediate transmission of COVID or other diseases. So we're going to be doing regular testing, clinical visits, the back of the nose swab thing, make sure everyone's safe, bleach, wipes, Lysol, baby, all that stuff. And then another huge problem associated with it is probably won't be able to find many employees. So so Todd and I are just going to step up. We were Googling bikes. We found a couple Dickie D bikes on Kijiji, ready to kick this thing off. Yeah, and
oh my God, this is hilarious.
Yeah, and that's it. That's our business idea. So
don't go stealing it, anyone. We know what
I got a bid in on Kijiji right now.
That's the most amazing presentation I've ever heard.
Yeah, I'm not sure what to say. Really?
I actually have a slogan for your business.
What's this? You can't have one?
Kiss the tail with every sale.
Oh, this is hilarious.
Yeah, so we had fun. We had fun. That was great. We had fun.
That was good job, guys.
I loved it. It was amazing.
Yeah, round of applause, everybody. That was just
and you got little
superb.
things on there you can do things with.
Unbelievable.
The domain name's available, so I'm going to register it right now.
Paganleg.ca or paganleg.org?
What you've done for me, I don't know about Dave tonight, you've really cheered me up. It's lovely to see you all. But what you've really done as well, you've actually gone away for 20 minutes. It was 20 minutes, yeah?
Yep.
And you've worked with somebody you may or may not know, and you were just given the idea last minute. And you've really worked on these businesses. I'm so proud of you. Thank you. And it's what you've all been doing anyhow on your own businesses all the way through COVID. You've been keeping going. We just wanted you to think a little bit about, yes, it's time now. If you're thinking it's too early, it's time now to start putting the videos out there, putting the podcasts out there, doing all the things on social media that will keep your brand alive. And you've all mentioned social media so much, and I love the accounting and the inventory. I think that came from Merv and Chris. That was amazing. Yeah. Every single one of you thought about the risks involved, which we've got to do when we go back to it. Like Dave and myself were saying, when can we do face-to-face networking again? We don't think it'll be for a long time, for the simple reason we'll all have to wear masks anyhow, which would be kind of uncomfortable because I can't read somebody when they're wearing a mask. You can't see if they're smiling and that kind of thing. But also for the... let me take a picture of that.
Oh, that's screenshot worthy, isn't it?
So I guess we just wanted to think about it. We've all thought, we got the photo. We've all thought about it.
Nice.
Some thoughts off you?
Well, I mean, we're somewhat in the same boat as everyone else. So what we thought would be kind of clever, rather than us come up with ideas for what we could do, we would just give you guys the task and we would steal all the ideas.
And you've done it.
That was our plan.
I called that. I told Todd, I said, that's what they're going to do. They're going to take all our ideas.
Yeah, so I think you've come up with something that we might not be willing to take. But we'll consider.
I think the pandemic and going through this has shown us how creative we can be if we have to be. Before maybe we weren't being pushed to be creative, but now we're doing it because we have to do it.
Yeah,
I think people are becoming a lot more creative. Every different business and how they're doing the business and everything else. So that was a really good exercise. But I think the pandemic itself has showed people we can do things differently.
Mm-hmm.
And we've got no choice. So. The resilience that you've all shown as well. Ian, you knew the housing market would come back, but what you did the virtual, didn't you? So Merv, what have you been doing to keep you in focus for when you can start meeting people face to face again? What have you been doing to keep yourself going during the pandemic?
You're putting me on the spot.
You've just come up with a great plan for a business. You're never on the spot. Have a little think about it. Have a little think.
Well, I tell you, based upon the death situation, around the world, but it's had the complete opposite effect towards the business. The last thing people want to think about is hiring the Bowmans to come out and clean your gravesite. Mm-hmm. It's a pretty low time in the world's history to think about such things, I think. But as to what we've been doing, the ladies have been keeping themselves active in creating designs, silk flower designing. Mm-hmm. As a good example, we just delivered $1,000 arrangement to a couple in Kitchener in the form of silk flower arrangement, 3-foot boxes. We created 3-foot boxes for their balcony.
I love that. Wow. That's a good idea. So you've
tremendously well.
Yes, so you're making use of the other part of your business, and you're offering it for different reasons. Has anyone got any comments on anybody else's presentation? Are you gonna...
I was just going to say something about what Merv was saying. I think you're right now, Merv, that people are raw and we're still going through it. We're not through the worst of it. I think though there's maybe an opportunity down the road for you, because there's going to be people who are going to need your services. Right now it's very raw, and you're right. People maybe don't want to see you there, but there's going to be opportunities down the road for sure. So I
fortunately for us, I have a good pension. My wife has a reasonably good pension as well. So we would be in the ditch if we did not have our pensions. Of course, that keeps us floating, right? Yeah. So this is sort of a side business that we are trying to develop. Basically, right now, if we make money, we make money. If we don't, we don't.
That is
you have good tax write-off. Okay.
So has anyone got any thoughts on each other's presentations? Is there anything anybody forgot, do you think, in someone else's presentation? Did everybody think about, planning forward?
Or was there anything?
I think everyone did a really good job, to be honest. Like, they were all a little different, but like they all hit on the key notes, I think.
That's what we thought.
Yeah. I mean, it's stunning how good ideas can come from just 20 minutes, right? Mm-hmm. And I think it's funny. I'm kind of a firm believer in this a little bit. It's like, if we gave you guys an hour, I don't think the ideas would have been really that much different than what you can come out with in 20 minutes.
No, I agree.
A little bit more detailed, but the creativity comes first, right?
Yeah. I need a good brain dump.
But I'm always a believer of, how I do my business. There may be something in my business as how I market or what I do for my clients that you could use in your business. And and that's great. I'm here to help you build your business. And if you can do something using something I do to help your business, and vice versa, I can learn from all of you. There's things that you do in your business that I can use in my business. But that's what it's all about, is sharing and helping each other be successful, right? So that's why events like this are very important, because, we came up with all these different ideas, and it just is, I'm sure, when you started to get down to it, that's, we can all take something away from which one of us said something that say, oh yeah, I can see how I could do something in my business using that.
Yeah.
You said exactly what I was thinking. And I think Janet Benedict mentioned this the other day. Some people are not realising the benefit of networking virtually, which is all we've got at the moment. And Ian, you hit the nail on the head. We're all helping each other, aren't we? We're all supporting each other.
Oh, that's the punchline for this whole exercise, and essentially what we're all about at the SBCN, right? It's about swapping those ideas and learning from each other. And, we'll be completely transparent. Linda and I learn a ton from you guys.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know how many of that are on here would be able to cast their mind back to the creation of the great teapot company.
Oh my God!
Some years ago. You would be amazed that we still have the paperwork from that exercise, and from time to time we go dig it out, dust it off, and we go, that was a great idea. We're going to go do that.
We're also working together, whether you know the person, because we're a small group tonight, working with someone you know or someone you don't know, and being able to collaborate and listen to the person with intent and trust the other person. That's what networking is all about as well. So thank you again for joining in, because it was good for us.
Oh, loved it. Now, in the spirit of sharing things and trying to pass along the things that we learn to others, you may know that Linda and I have done a little bit of that. We put out a little link in our Hub newsletter just recently about a video series that we put together, which Linda and I have been. We've been having a blast making those, I can tell you. Be amazed that a 2-minute video takes like 5 years to create. It's stunning. But if you haven't yet seen them, you can always go check out the Hub. There's a little link in there. I'll pop it in the chat too in just a second. But we have basically tried to create a little series of very short videos to help you guys just share a little of the knowledge we have in terms of how to network virtually. So the first module of that is fully released now. That's entirely about how to look good on camera. And yes, I realize the irony of what I'm saying. But there's a series of 5 videos that will help improve the way that you look and act on camera. And there's some more coming. So if you haven't had a chance to see those, I'm going to go steal the keyboard.
So to be clear, Todd, I think Todd and Chris, I know you guys have watched the first series, so we've got a completely new series up with different topics. And Todd, did you particularly like any one video from another? Were there 5? I think there were 5. Did you have a favourite?
Really tough to decipher, because I was taken back by your smile in all 5 of them.
Smooth.
Get out of here.
Smoothie.
Oh, Todd, you shouldn't have.
Oh.
Well, she's my angel, so it's okay.
Oh, okay, good.
The backdrop one resonated with me. So
I can see that. Yeah. That's amazing. That's amazing. We've opened the videos to everyone, because that's what you should do during these times. And people like, the laptop on the books and the mug with the...
it's the behind-the-scenes tricks.
Yeah,
right?
behind-the-scenes tricks. So there's some great ideas, but if you haven't had a chance to watch them. Mm-hmm. All we're asking, quite honestly, is you subscribe to the YouTube channel, because we want more subscribers so we can help even more people. And then we've worked on the other videos. Are there 5?
We've got another 4, I think,
We've got
in the
another 4
can,
in
so
the
they're
can.
ready to go.
So we'll be letting those go soon. But again, you know, we hope you enjoy the videos, and we hope they give you some ideas. And then if there are any videos that you think the topics you'd like us to do some work on, we'll do that in the future as well, won't we?
Absolutely. Yeah, if you have a suggestion, if there's something that you would like to know more about, we'd be more than happy to, well, we'll do our best. We can try, right? We could do that. So yeah, let us know. What else do we have? We're doing things backwards. We've got the announcements at the end.
Yeah, we do.
Summer. It's the summer.
Yeah, we're going to have the summer social in August. You know, we're going to do it on a Wednesday or a Monday.
I don't know. We'll get the date out very soon. But for those that know, we typically have a summer party where we all get together and have fun. Obviously, that will be a little different this year, as you can imagine. But we are still going to plan something and hope you'll be able to join us.
And do you want to tell them the theme?
The theme? It might involve dressing up.
It's fancy dress.
Yes. So we're going to have a fancy dress theme. We think that will be quite funny.
You can't wear a mask. That's too easy.
Yeah, I've come as a ninja. I've come as a burglar. None of those are acceptable.
Oh, so we're gonna get that date as soon as possible. If you can't make it, we totally understand. But you guys cheer me up. No end. I've missed you. What I want to also stress is Jen took advantage a couple of, I don't know, it's months now, Jen. I've lost it. So, and she wanted to showcase. She was doing some. What were you doing, Jen? Was it
launching my new website and launching my my childbirth classes, which I also touched on that they'd be virtual because we were literally filming our stuff like just at the very beginning of COVID.
So Jen took advantage of doing some Zoom calls and some Zoom videos with us. She wanted to push part of her business. If any of you want to do that with me or with Dave, just let us know and we'll find a time. We're still doing SBCN podcasts and we'd love you to be guests on the podcast and push your businesses if you're not too busy. I think that's about it, isn't it?
I think it is. Yeah, I mean, we don't forget, we are here as much for you guys as you are all for our mental well-being here. So yeah, if you want a message that you want to get out, if you want to leverage the audience that we've got, by all means get in touch and we can try and feature you on some of the ways that we can promote.
Yeah, because really and truly, as Todd probably knows, because he's my angel.
At least for another 10 minutes.
I'm sorry to our lovely guest. You'll get used to us. We're all a bit silly. Yeah, video is really, really important. And Todd, you've been doing a great job. How's it going with your videos?
I haven't been doing a whole lot of videos. For my social, I've been doing a lot of videos with my database. Really been working clients with videos.
Excellent.
I found that with everything, everyone is sending out messages and emails, giving them updates. So I've been going out of my way to send video emails so that people can feel the tonality that I am here for them. And so I've been focusing more on my database probably since April. The first 4 weeks I was focusing on everyone, but since April I've been focusing on the database, making sure everyone's taken care of.
That's nice.
That is good.
I think the first 4 weeks I was focusing on drinking lots of wine.
I don't remember the first couple of weeks. Like I don't remember the first month. Let's be honest.
It was the hardest for me because I was going full steam ahead on my new website. I was working my butt off.
But you'll get through it. I mean, you're almost there now. Your clients have picked up, haven't they, Jen?
Yeah, I'm on it. Just I slowly see like the light at the end of the tunnel because and now that I can get a little bit of childcare, I'm able to actually do more focused work, which it's been tough. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
And you hope the light is not a train.
Yeah.
And then we have Chris and Craig and Ian who are just ridiculously busy and you haven't stopped at all, which is wonderful. So our lovely new person, Banky.
Thank you.
I keep wanting to call you like the artist Banksy. You know that.
It just pops up and then disappears.
Oh,
It's coined your Banksy now.
there you go. Thanks. Hello.
So you're in sales, I guess, with the Intrigue. Are you in sales?
Yeah, I'm saying I'm the manager of the kitchen area for the TV division.
So you work with Mark Morrison?
For that.
Oh, not Mark.
I do work with Mark Morrison.
Oh God.
Yeah, I work with Mark.
Yeah, tell him hi.
He's a great guy.
Adorable. So,
Hey, Todd.
I definitely will. I say I'll see him tomorrow.
what is your goal then? Obviously, you've been in the business now 2 months. What is your goal for doing what you're supposed to do? I mean, have you got a plan how you're going to do what you're supposed to do in your work?
Yeah, no, for sure. Like the plan number one is just to get more integrated into the community. I've been in Guelph. I live in Guelph the last couple of years, so Kitchener is a little bit different. I don't really know many of the business owners, so it's been tougher to get to know a lot of the owners and all the managers because of COVID, obviously. But that's been the goal the last 2 months, just to get out there and meet as many people as I can, grow my network as big as possible. I think that's like the first step. Once you're integrated into the community, then you can start growing your business. I think number one is definitely just meet as many people as I can, making as many contacts. But that's been the goal the last 2 months, is to get connections and then going from there.
Sounds good, doesn't it?
Ah, it does.
Thank you. And I hope you've enjoyed this evening and we haven't scared you away.
No, this has been amazing. It's been great. You guys are all great people, so thank you very much for having me.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's
we're
lovely.
basically just a bunch of lunatics with a networking problem. That's what we are.
Well,
That's a new name for our group.
unless you've got anything else you want to share, we're conscious if it's still a lovely evening and some of you got children and families. So if you want,
I'll share. I just actually started a petition to kind of get our hospitals reevaluating their visitor policy. So if you go onto my social media, please sign it if you agree.
Okay.
I'm not going to say agree if you don't agree, but I just feel like, yeah, there needs to be a reevaluation.
Okay.
And where would we find you on social media, Jen, if we did not know where you were?
Look at my name right here, at Jennifer Muir Doula on Facebook and Instagram.
There.
I see what you did there.
Or I guess that this would have been more effective.
Yeah.
Right.
That's on the other side.
Oh, other side. Ah,
There we go. That's the one.
Hey guys, I gotta run. See you later.
Good to see you, Ian.
Bye.
Have a wonderful
Good
evening.
to see you again, Ian.
Thank you, Alice, and thanks for coming.
You're welcome.
I have a question.
I think that's as close to a wrap as
Hang
we...
on.
Oh,
There's a question.
something.
Go ahead.
When it comes to websites here in Canada, are we better off to have a .com or .ca, or does it make any difference?
Craig?
It all depends. If you're just going to be in Canada, then just having the .ca is fine. If you plan on going international, then of course .com makes more sense. But for me, I buy both really.
Yeah.
And use one of them and just have the other one redirect to the one that you're using.
Okay, thank you.
And you may find that the .com is easier for people because everybody forgets the .ca.
Yeah.
.com is the standard.
It also depends if the .com is actually available.
Available, yeah, that's the other thing.
Usually taken first, obviously.
I will jump in though, and I know I'm always saying this to people. It's lovely to have a website and business cards. It's part of your brand, but unless you actually do some of the work online to further your brand, basically you can't hope that people are going to go to your website and buy from you because basically they don't know who you are and they haven't got that trust in you. So Merv, I'd love to, have some mentoring sessions with you when you feel up to it later, whenever you feel up to it, and help you get, more of your brand online. And it's really simple to do and it doesn't take a lot of time. And Craig, for instance, tonight he's wearing his brand. Is anybody else wearing the brand tonight? I can't see what anybody's wearing. Jenny, see? Lovely.
Let's doula this.
I love it.
That's good.
So a brand is made up of many, many things, Mervyn. Your website is one part of it. If you want people to find it, we can help you. Everybody in this room can help you.
Well, certainly I've been utilizing Google to a large extent, and it's paying off.
Nice.
As far as the number of visitors, et cetera, and Google Analytics, that type of thing. So it's a slow learning curve, but I am, finding my way through it.
The goal is, when you have a strong brand, is if we're all at a party but you're not there, and none of us can remember your business name, but we know your first name, and then we Google Norm, and we can't find anything to do with your business and Norm. So there's an awful lot that goes into a brand, which those of you who've done it know. So, so far you're doing really well. I'm really proud of you. You get a gold star.
Oh, the gold star. Wow.
But you can't be my favourite because I've already got a favourite.
This is...
I'm so bad, aren't I? I'm terrible. Jen told me to be quiet.
You're doing great. I don't know. It takes time. It takes time when you implement changes, and you just need to keep on trying, and every little bit helps. Like,
How long have you been in business?
It took me a year,
Yeah.
and now I'm first page when you look up Kitchener Doula, and like my business is starting to really explode now. So
Nice.
So maybe you guys should have a chat when you both have time, and you could give Merv some ideas.
yeah.
That's. And Craig, I know you're full of ideas, aren't you?
Oh, always.
Thanks, guys.
Well, we will follow up with an email, and we'll post the video if that's okay with you. So you're all going to be on video. I hope you don't mind. That gives your brand an extra shout as well. And we can't thank you enough for being here tonight. It's been lovely.
It has. We've had a great time. Excellent ideas. We promise if we do steal any of them, we'll give you our undying gratitude. How's that?
Not even a cold soda pop.
I can't wait to see you all for a proper drink.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Well,
look forward to that.
Have a wonderful rest of your evening. It's great catching up with you all. Take care.
And thank you.
Everyone have a great night.
Thank you.
Bye.
All right.
Take care, everyone.
Hey, Merv, I'll call you tomorrow.
Okay, thanks, buddy.